Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this live stream as we sit down again.
Exactly.
We're lazy old people, man.
I was saying sitting down is nice.
Damn, man. Damn.
Sitting down is nice.
Well, we have a good day today, right? Bitcoin right here is at 100K, and if you don't have it today, you must be gay. So
Exactly. Hey, we said it. Celebrate, okay? So we say exactly as predicted. Right?
Damn. Wow. So yes, we have a great show for you guys today, man. We're gonna be going over some evidence that corporations realize,
We're not gay. We don't want to be gay.
we don't want to be gay. We don't want to sell in May.
We want to buy in May.
Exactly. Because if you got cash on your balance sheet, that might be bad.
It's probably a bad idea, right?
Probably. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how Michael Saylor actually got started, right? Into the Bitcoin, right? It's because his cash on the balance sheet was causing them, the stock traders, to short his stock. He's like, let me get this straight. You are shorting my stock because I have cash and I have a lot of cash coming in? Yes, they said. And he's like,
Okay.
I don't get that.
Okay.
Okay, I don't get that.
Stupid.
We're making money. We got money. And you're shorting me. Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah. And then he's like, why? Well, you see, the cash is losing value at 25% per year. Right? And so that means your cash is going to get cut in half in 3 years. So we're just, shorting you ahead of that.
Yeah. We are so forward.
We're forward thinking.
Exactly.
So when corporations, do that math and go, maybe I should have some Bitcoin.
Maybe just like a conservative 1%, 2%, 5%. That would be enough, by the way. Be more than enough.
I hope you got your Bitcoin before they do. I swear to God, I hope you do.
Same.
Because I know how we've already taken this poll of how many people who watch this show for their entertainment value only, and that's fine, and don't have any Bitcoin.
The numbers were high.
Yeah, it was extremely high. And I was surprised, man. I was surprised, man. Anyways, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. Also, head over to Mr. M's podcast, right? Hit the subscribe there. Check out his latest videos.
Thank you.
Even though it was a little bit of a bomb, but you can't win them all.
Yeah, I tried not to be clickbaity with this one.
Why? You have to be clickbaity on all of them.
I know, and that's a reminder of why people invented clickbait. By the way, today I'm recording 2 podcasts, and one of them is with Alessio, so I'm super excited. Alessio Rastani, which is a trainer.
Spending your Bitcoin matters? Wow.
I know. I thought
You
it was.
went there.
I went there. I went there.
You never spent Bitcoin, dog.
Well, this is the argument, right? Like, she's into a circular economy. She's orange pilling an island, and I think what she's doing is super cool. And she has a good argument about it. And I thought it was an angle, but didn't work as much as I thought it would have. So, but good video though. So check it out if you haven't seen it, because I like Isa. She's doing amazing. By the way, she kind of invited us to teach a class. She's in Isla Mujeres. And she's
really?
orange peeling an entire island, convincing merchants to accept Bitcoin. And she's in a mission, and she has about 9 students, and she paid them in sats to attend classes, and she gives them a diploma at the end of the class. And I kind of volunteered for teaching a bunch of classes.
All right. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy what she's doing there.
So you're going to do that remotely or something?
No, I'll go. I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go there. I need to see her. If I see her in Vegas, if not, she's gonna be in Prague, and we're gonna agree on when, how long. And it's really cool. She's doing some really good work there. So I want to give a hand. So everything's gonna be in Spanish. So I'll have to, refresh my.
You can speak Spanish?
Hablo un poco de español, claro.
¿En serio?
Claro que sí. Italiano, nosotros somos hermanos.
Man, so true. Verdad.
But she's gonna translate. Teaching a class in Spanish is probably another level. But I think in 2 or 3 weeks I should be sufficiently. So I'll keep you posted. You should come.
Come on.
Be fun. Vamos.
All right. So you were like, why did I buy Bitcoin at 74K? But you were like this, right?
Exactly. I don't want that.
Oh, so Bitcoin, you know what it did to you?
Bam.
Left your teeth on the ground. Whack.
That's savage.
You deserve that, right? Bitcoin, right? It will slap your dollars into next week.
Exactly.
Your dollar portfolio will get slapped hard.
It will slap the fiat out of it. Gracias, Laura. Gracias.
Yeah, I saw his fiat on the ground there, didn't I? Didn't we? Yeah, there's his fiat. There's his fiat. It's on the ground.
Exactly.
Oh,
Damn. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And look, hey, guys, it's not over yet. Like we've been telling you for the past, I don't even know, 6 months. We are only 26% in after the halving, right? So the most beautiful part is yet to come. And again, we're about to leave that zone and enter the stratosphere, right? So I'm giga bullish on this. And I know I see Head and Shoulders where they are not, they don't exist. It might be the hopium there, but we will go higher for sure.
Yeah, breathe in that opium.
I see patterns, Inverse Head and Shoulders.
No, I don't know where's your... Bruh. Okay, it's going higher, but I don't see your inverse Head and Shoulders or anything. How about like no? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's stupid. It's it's a hopium, man. I blame the hopium.
Damn.
All right, this is interesting.
More hopium.
This is interesting. I wanted to show this, but yesterday we couldn't do it because you didn't feel well. Happy to know that you're okay now. Look at this. So this guy said the bull run starts on May 8th, which is today. And Bitcoin is moving. So interesting chart here. There is a bunch of different indicators going on, but he's expecting 300,000 almost.
Yeah, I mean, this is good news. I mean, there could be a pullback right now. Remember, there's a gap at 92, right? For those who don't know, right? Bitcoin loves to fill in the gaps, right? So you can see, right? We filled in this gap, right? Really fast, right? You can see.
Yep.
And it just forgot about that gap, the lower gap. So
yeah, we filled the one on top, but not the one at the bottom.
I had some buy orders down here, ready to like lock in.
Really?
Yeah.
And 92, right?
Yeah, lock in, right? I was locked in, ready to rock. Here, I can show you some of the buy orders right here. You see? They're right here.
But do you think we are going to go...
ready to rock, this limit order. And it was like, yeah, not gonna happen.
I mean, I was expecting us to close the 92 first and then go up, but I did the opposite. It's gone up first. So do you think it's going to go down to 92 before we go to the moon?
Yeah, I mean, we could. We're seeing like this was a target. This was the target and the level right here, that 99.5, 99. Yeah, 99.6, 99.5, whatever we want to call it, and then there should be maybe a reversal, but it doesn't mean it has to happen, right? It can go like this, come back sideways, and then break down all the way to your 92, but that doesn't have to happen. That's a possibility because this was the target from way down here, as we were like when we were down here. This was the target. From like when we were coming sideways here, this was the target to break out. If we broke out, that was the target, and now that we reached it, well, let's just see. Let me just check. I think it was this one right here. This one. Oops. Let me just do it again.
And by the way, meanwhile, you're looking for that target. Thank you for the super chat. I'm really happy you swapped your XRP for Bitcoin. That was a really clever move. I think selling XRP for Bitcoin is always a good idea.
So right. I mean, close enough, right? This we already hit the target here. This target here, but it's close enough. Like, this was the target. Right? You can You can say, okay, maybe it was from this one to this one, but then this is the breakout level here. Actually, you know what? This was the breakout level right here. So let's just redo that actually. From here to here. And then if we move this at the breakout level. Yeah, so in that area, I mean, a little bit above 100,000. What's a few 100,000 between friends?
Exactly.
A few thousand between friends. We're in that area. I figured that this would be somewhere in here that we go bouncing, and then there's a chance that somewhere here where we come back down. Let's just do a little bit more TA. Let's see. I'm already here.
So do you think we could do 100, 200, 3, and then back to 92?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would freak out a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's possible.
We would need an AB equals CD, but a solid one. And I don't see one here. No, I don't see one here. This is like, here's the double bottom. There is no AB equals CD. You could try this one right here, but it didn't really come back at 38.2. So I'm not really. I'm eyeballing it. I didn't draw the 38.2, but I know that it didn't make the 38.2 from here to there. So I'm a little bit hesitant of drawing an ABCD to say, okay, well, yeah, we've got a return target for sure. So there's no guarantee that we're going to return to the 88 or the 92. So if you're waiting for your chance to buy, I would suggest you just buy here and done.
You could end up like the skeleton,
exactly.
The skeleton meme there. Yeah, DCA always win, right?
Exactly.
That's what we are saying. Dollar cost average always win, because if you wait for a specific target, it could never happen.
Because this guy could be right? It could be like, okay, that's it. May 8th, we are done. We are off to races here, right? So don't be left behind.
Exactly. Maybe the 92 CME, we're going to close it on the way down. The bear
Exactly.
market.
It could just, exactly.
I know that screams hopium, but it could be. It could be an option. Again, another way to see it, you can see the halving lines in there every 4 years, and you can see that we have just made it outside of the line. So the most intense part is yet to come. Stay tuned for these questions when the strongest bull run starts, which we will answer later. It's a good question. So yeah, overall very positive.
All right, so we're going to play a little clip for you guys, right? And it's
exactly. If you don't buy May, you're gay. Yes. That's
we
it.
are, on average, destroying shareholder value. And then you compare this to Bitcoin. Average annual return last 5 years, 65%. So the question to companies out there is, number one, what's your return on invested capital? Have you calculated it? How does that compare to your cost of capital? Are you generating shareholder value? Do you have extra cash? And if so, what are you doing with that extra cash? And then the ultimate question is, what's your current opportunity set? What are the investment ideas and opportunities that are in front of you? And do you think or do you believe the return on those ideas or opportunities will exceed the opportunity cost of Bitcoin?
Nope.
How about no?
So to translate all that, right? Because there was a lot of like complicated
Mumbo jumbo.
mumbo jumbo there, right? He says, "Okay, dog, listen. Let me break it down for you.
Do you have cash?
You got money,
You're gay.
right? No, you can borrow money. You could get some more money, right? And how much you could borrow that money for? Oh, 0%. Ah, I see.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Point
now?
zero. What are you gonna do with that, right? Can you ensure that you're gonna make some more money with that money? What's that? You can guarantee like 10% increase? Wow, that's pretty good. 10%.
That's about
over
inflation.
5 years.
That's about inflation a year, right?
That's pretty good. But Bitcoin's 50% year over year for the next 5 years. Can you beat that? No? What is that?
How about no?
What was that? so if you could borrow money or you have money, and whatever you want to invest it in your business line, if it's not making more than 50%, you're brain dead if you don't buy Bitcoin. Simple as that. That's it.
Yeah, and by the way, this was directly for corporations, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This was a presentation, I guess, was like a 7-hour workshop, whatever, I don't know how to label it. A conference, maybe, that's how you label it. And it was only directed to corporations,
Exactly.
not retail, right? So
Yeah.
they are talking to businesses and say, hey, what do you do with your cash? So we have a couple of ideas here.
Exactly. Are you planning to build something that's gonna that's gonna give you like a 50% return on your income or more, on the cash that you have, whether the cost of capital, right? So, for example, let's just say you don't have any capital, but you have access to the capital, right? The cost of capital is basically what does it cost for that access? Is it, the interest rate? If the interest rate's 1%, that's the cost of capital, right? And so, if your cost of capital is 1%, and if you're only going to make 12% or 15%, right? Then there just makes sense to risk it here, right? On Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, and I think they are pitching, I don't know how many companies have attended this whatever event, but they are pitching consistently to corporations, and they're teaching them how to invest their cash, right? Because Apple, I don't know how many trillion, it's like a $4 trillion company, but I don't know how much of that is cash, but it's a huge portion.
Yeah, they have lots of cash, right? And they're probably going to be last to go in, right? But
Yeah, for sure.
But here's the thing, because they're last, right? You get in first.
Exactly. You can front run. And they will bend the knee eventually.
Exactly.
And you have the option to front run them. So
Exactly.
how cool is that?
I know. No, exactly. So it might be 5 to 10 years from now that Apple and Microsoft bends the knee, but they will. They will, right? So it is what it is, right? They're going to feel the burn when corporations buy a Bitcoin and see, and just for the fact of them buying Bitcoin, their stock price rises, right? As their asset value increases, so that's their valuation is higher, right? And then, then that's creates a spiral effect, a what's it called? Self-sustaining spiral effect of as other corporate companies go, all you did was buy Bitcoin?
That's it? Yeah. Yeah, it's happening. And by the way, yes, this is from the strategy presentation. So there is a bunch of Bitcoin magazine was streaming it. I think it was like a 7-hour event. So really interesting.
Damn.
There is also a Michael Saylor.
Damn.
Euronation, no, they are not going to buy another coin. They will buy Bitcoin.
That's it.
Why would they buy another coin? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it won't. It won't make any sense because Bitcoin has the history over any other coin.
Mm-hmm.
2, Bitcoin is, if you were to analyze this, the centralization of level of centralization, right? Everything is based on levels, right? One Bitcoin is the highest decentralized, and something like XRP is the most centralized, right?
Yeah.
And so you somewhere in between, your coin falls in between there.
Exactly. And also think about it from a risk perspective. If you are a company who's never bought anything, you're not going to buy there. It's already a risk buy Bitcoin, right? It's already a risk exposing yourself with something you are not familiar with. You're not going to go and buy like another coin. That doesn't make sense from a financial perspective.
And you have no precedent, right? Or else
There's no data. There is
exactly.
You will follow.
You have strategy, precedent, and documentation and processes and everything that they've laid out for you for Bitcoin, but not for some other coin. Now, that doesn't mean a large corporation won't buy something else. No.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's possible.
That's definitely possible, right? Because, they could take all this information and go and buy something else. But, just like the rest of us, they take risks. They could take risks and be wrong.
Exactly. But I would argue if that company exists, they would have still a position in Bitcoin. They might do 60-40, 80-20, whatever it is. They'll park
sure.
the majority
For sure.
in Bitcoin, and maybe
sure.
they'll gamble on something. That's for sure. That's at least how I... But it's a good question. But the answer is I don't think it's going to happen.
How about no?
Yeah. I mean, think about it if you are a traditional investor.
Yeah, and so corporations are doing this if you want to know why, right? Because they know what they
know what time is it?
They know what time it is.
Exactly. This is a good chart from Sina. By the way, I have a podcast coming with Sina and Plan C. We're going to dive into the quantum model, which is super interesting. And again, they're projecting we're going to flirt with that top line there, not too far off the 200, 300K we discussed earlier. So a lot of data pointing to that number. There is a channel that I draw from the bottom. I think it goes to 180. So I think 150, 180 is conservative, right? Before the end of the year, maybe even earlier.
Exactly.
But it's only twofold from now anyway.
Exactly. What would you say to somebody who has a 401k, right, an IRA, or some sort of retirement funds that they're planning to just use for retirement in the future, right? This is locked in, right? But they can actually, cash it out. Like everyone can cash out their retirement funds, but at a huge loss, right? There'd be like a 40% penalty and with the taxes and all that kind of stuff in total, maybe even higher. Assuming that it's under 50% penalty, which would probably be under 50%, right? Would it make sense for them to take that money out, take the hit, and buy Bitcoin?
And buy Filecoin. That's it. Buy Filecoin, guys.
Secure your bloodline one fart at a time.
Not just yours, but everyone else's. I think it does make sense because it will do, like you said earlier, 50% a year on average, right? So there you have it.
And another advantage, right, is that do you believe that taxes will be lower or higher in the future?
Yeah, definitely higher.
So because you own the Bitcoins directly, right, there are going to be ways for you to actually make some movements, right? Make some such movements that they may not be able to detect that, you've moved your Bitcoins and you've survived on your Bitcoins, right? Or maybe you could actually, just borrow against your Bitcoins.
Exactly.
You can borrow against your Bitcoins decentralized, right? And not have to worry about it. Or you can actually, start earning an income off of those Bitcoins, right?
Or you can move to a jurisdiction where they don't tax you on Bitcoin, right? So you have a lot of options right there.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of options, right? So imagine you move to a jurisdiction like Thailand, and you only take, some small percentage of your wealth out just to live off of, and the taxes don't even count.
Yeah, super low. Yeah, exactly. I think Portugal still has 0% on Bitcoin. I think if you hold it for a longer, like a few years, I'm not sure. They even have the golden visa worked out. There are a lot of places.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, so if you did that with your stocks, right? Your stock portfolio, right? Immediately, as soon as you take anything out, tax, right? And you have to do a whole bunch of paperwork to fight that, right? And on top of that, at any moment, they could go, yeah, you know what? We don't have any money, and you have it all.
So we want to take it.
Exactly.
Just
I hope you don't mind.
You can bend. You can bend over a little bit. I just need to do an operation. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, and also you have the option. Oopsie, my dog. My seed phrase. Yes.
Oh,
It was here on a piece of paper.
Exactly.
Naughty dog. Yeah, well said, Laura. You also had that for sure.
Exactly. And you can say, well, if it's not your dog, somebody stole it. Like, Jesus, man, you got to find those criminals, man.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, exactly. I'll give you 10%.
Exactly.
if you find it.
Oh, damn.
Amazing. Okay, this is interesting because you've been talking about that dominance for a very long time, right? And when I saw this morning, I was like, damn, this is the number. I know you think it's going higher. Yeah. It could go higher. But a pit stop could be 70.
The dominance is dominating. And if you don't do anything about that, I mean, some people, like today, on my channel, somebody who's watching live, if you guys want to watch live on my channel, right, when I do these, because I do this show, I do my live show live, and if you want to watch live, you can do so by just signing up to levex.davincij15.com, become a subscriber here, right? You hit the subscribe, and then boom, you can actually watch my show live, right? And we've got 1,100 people that are subscribers. So yeah, if you want to watch it live and ask me questions, and one of the persons who did watch the show live, right, said, I finally, I did it. I pulled the trigger. It was hard.
And you converted everything in Bitcoin.
Convert everything to Bitcoin.
Nice.
It was hard. I'm sure it was very difficult, right? Because, you have all these alts that you really believe in, right? And you've taken a loss on them. And it's really hard to do that. But whatever happens, Bitcoin will dominate those things eventually. Whether it happens, whether I'm wrong, it doesn't happen right now, right? Or eventually it will absolutely just crush everything.
Because if you keep your alts...
Emotional, damn it!
Exactly. Because once that happens, once Bitcoin gets to 95, you'll be feeling
Stupid.
Yeah, someone mentioned I kind of agree with the comment. We can go later. Remember, guys, we have a Q&A segment. Someone said that the Bitcoin Ethereum, it looks like Ethereum is bottoming there. It's possible. I agree. But, and it's a big but, it could go lower. We need to record that too.
Yeah, exactly. But this can go.
It could go higher. Yeah. And if it breaks the level where we are now, Bitcoin Ethereum, there is like the floor.
Exactly. I mean,
it's really bad. Like if we can look into the charts later. If we break, and now we are hanging by a thread. And if we do break that thread, it's over.
I know, exactly. And right now, Bitcoin has we've seen, right? This is the takeoff, jump off point, right? This guy's saying where was it? Right here. This guy's saying we're jumping. This is the jump off.
Yeah, that's a jump.
Right? And if we jump, I don't think Ethereum's going to jump that much, right? And it should have been jumping. Like Bitcoin's already at its all-time high.
Like a gay
Ethereum's not. Ethereum's not even at its all-time high.
Yeah, I know. It's just depressing. And by the way, yeah, like you said, this is a clear signal that Bitcoin wants to go higher. The dominance wants to go higher. So
it's over, guys. It's over but the crime.
Yeah. It's over. I'm sure you guys have seen yesterday, the Fed didn't change anything as expected, right? So we knew that was coming, but eventually they'll have to cut rates, right?
Yeah, so. Well, every time I think about the rate cutting and stuff like that, I'm like, or the rate rising or whatever, or keeping it steady, I'm like, you do understand that one man gets to decide the price of money, right? And so everywhere for everybody. So how many times have we tried centralizing control of anything? And what happens when that happens, right? When we try to centralize the control of, like, for example, shoes or cars, right? The creation through government or some sort of one centralized entity. Well, we've seen that story. And what happens is it all collapses, right?
Yeah.
And people blame other factors like, oh, the communist regime broke down because of capitalism. Dude.
Yeah.
Right? This is not capitalism. This here, where they can create money out of nothing and decide interest rates, is not capitalism. It's not the capitalism that destroyed it. It's him controlling it.
Yeah, it's centralized authority, right?
Mm-hmm. Done. All right, Arizona.
This is a major news. Sorry, I'm just googling something. I wanna send it to you. So I don't know how we're gonna put it on, but
You're going to have to send it to
we'll find a way.
to the
that
WhatsApp
one was
right here.
Sorry, guys, we're doing some magic here.
Yeah, and then I can
Which one? Which one do you want me to
so
send?
Da Vinci.
This
yeah,
one?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And then, so yeah,
Oh wait, let me.
he wants to show us something. So I will show this chart, and then we will. Let's see here. Do you got it?
Yeah, I got it. I'm sending
Send
it
it.
now. Perfect.
Send.
Ah, look at that magic.
There we go.
We have two computers. They are talking to each other. So, because there is an update to do. Yeah, there you go. We can talk
Yeah,
about
because
later.
the two computers are just like. There we go. All right, let's go.
Yeah, if you scroll down a little bit under the index, you can see who has outperformed Bitcoin in the last 90 days. Just under the chart there.
Okay.
There you go. That one. That's one I wanted to show.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. We've seen a lot of comments saying that some projects that outperform Bitcoin. You can see there are indeed some in 90 days they have outperformed Bitcoin.
Yeah, look at that. XMR. Wow.
Yeah, you can see them.
Sui.
Caspa as well. Tau, which I have no idea what that is. I wonder where is Solana. Where is Solana?
Where's Caspa?
The
Oh, KS.
yeah, KS there. Where is Solana though?
Where's Solana? I'm not so Solana-ing.
Leo, Litecoin, ADA, Pepe.
It's not non-existent.
Really?
That's weird.
Bitcoin Cash? Are you serious?
Yeah, exactly. LBTC.
BNB. Where is Sol? Has to be there somewhere.
I don't get it.
Okay. Sol, there you go. So, look at
Wow.
that. If you can over it because it's towards the end.
Wow.
So
Negative 27. Wow.
exactly. So let me see where we can show it there. Solana. Where is Solana? There. Here. 27%. Ouch. So yeah, because I read a comment saying, "Oh, Solana is outperforming Bitcoin." I was like, "Well, it depends on how you measure it."
Yeah.
There's only a few coins they managed to outperform. And by the way, those tokens, those coins in front of Bitcoin, they're not going to stay there forever. In fact, the race is really, there's a lot of competition there. So you can see sometimes Bitcoin is upfronting everything, sometimes it's behind everything. It's a seasonality, right? So careful when you say Solana is outperforming Bitcoin because the last 90 days depends on how you measure it, right? It's like the XRP people saying, "Oh, XRP is 5." Well, yeah, show me.
Exactly.
Where? Anyway, this is super bullish because Arizona becomes the second state to pass a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, this is what I'm bullish about because people say, "Oh, the Cynthia Lummis bill, which is, as we know, 1 million Bitcoin in 5 years," it's not the only reason why states are going to go, "I don't care what Trump wants to do. I'll do it myself." And some have been voted against, but some, like Arizona, said, "Hey, we like it." So this is not even in the menu. Like, we're not even thinking about...
Exactly.
You know what I mean? This is on top.
And I know, exactly.
Like a state just said, "Hey, we want to do a strategic Bitcoin reserve." Hello. Okay. Interesting.
This is going to be, yeah, exactly. Any kind of asset you can buy, right, is you can do gold, right? If for example, even though gold's rising right now, the amount of gold in that specific area is probably limited, right?
Yeah.
You were trying to buy the physical gold, all right?
I think
But what is Bitcoin limited in geographically?
No. But that's what I'm saying. How long do you think is going to happen before someone is going to say, "We have some gold, we want to sell it for Bitcoin"? Someone is going to have to do it first.
Jesus.
I mean, we have done it. We sold our gold for Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, exactly. I did.
Same. So someone else is going to come and say, "You know what? The Arizona has," or maybe even the United States, they'll take a portion of it because it does make sense. Like, I'm not saying to go all in from day one, but you start little by little and then...
Exactly. Just a little bit, man. $100 right now, man. Jesus Christ, $100. Get it done.
That's all you need, exactly. All right, Pectra, the Ethereum update or upgrade was launched yesterday, May 7th. Well, we read through whatever they've done, a bunch of user experience improvement. There is the staking for Be a Validator has gone from 32 Ethereum to 2040. That's a huge move. So that means it's becoming more centralized, I guess.
Exactly.
On the other hand, I think if you want to be a validator, you'll have to buy more Ethereum.
But then again, there's only 21 validators, so what the hell?
Yeah, it's already a few anyway.
Exactly.
And then a few other things, they allow you to pay gas fees with other tokens. There is some user experience overall enhancement. I don't know. I've not seen the price moving on this whatsoever. So it's good to see that they are doing something. But
Well, we're at the $1,900. So.
yeah. Nah. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, depressing. But yeah, I'm not sure. I agree with you, by the way. If or when Ethereum is going to go to the all-time high, there's going to be a lot of selling. A lot of selling.
Yeah, people are done.
So, I don't know.
65%, man.
This is interesting. I mean, I think in 17 hours it's gonna go higher, right? Because we pumped
Yeah, look at this.
almost 5%.
There it is.
So
All right, guys.
there
Well,
you have it.
it's time to get on to the section that, where we secure the bloodline one fart at a time with Fartcoin, right?
Exactly.
And should you, invest in Fartcoin and it goes to zero, make sure you take out your fault insurance because, hey, this is Degen section, right? Only Degens allowed.
Oh, 100%. And the best thing you can do is just do nothing. Just watch us gambling and just keep your Bitcoin. That's
Exactly.
it. Don't feel the need of doing any of these things.
And if you do feel the need, remember, just put $10.
Yeah, or talk to a therapist.
Exactly.
It's one or another. No financial advice.
Exactly. All right, moving on. Look, Batty, we should have
Batty,
bought.
hello. I know. But
We were like, we were wondering, should we? It's up 100%.
I had absolute no faith in this, and I'm really surprised.
Yeah, well, I don't think there was enough liquidity, but depends. I mean, we would have put what, $10?
Yeah, I know.
Then we would have had the liquidity exit that, right? A whole $10.
It's funny because I had a strong conviction for the chair.
Yeah,
I was so
let's take a
bullish.
look at the chair.
I was so bullish on the chair.
I know you were so bullish. It was like
And it's gone.
gone. I was like, whatever.
Damn.
Stupid.
Damn, the chair. I thought it was I thought it was time. And another loss. Who would have thought this? It was such a good project.
Yeah, clearly, clearly.
Such a good one. And hey, not all these
Bretta's
lost.
wife, man. Dude, we didn't even bother getting any more of Bretta's wife, did we?
No, because we saw the sideways.
Yeah, it was a little
maybe.
bit. Yeah, there's no volume here, so.
Maybe not the time. But overall, we are high, right? I mean, we are higher than yesterday, or the day before. So
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good idea to get any more Bretta's wife.
maybe not at this point in time.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, there might be another chance.
So the chair ragged us, but everything else kind of hold, right? It's kind of holding.
Good Chad here.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
What happened to CapCat? Is it gone to zero?
Oh man, let's not talk about
Yeah.
Cupcat, man. That was such a solid project, man. Cupcat.
I know, right?
No, nobody knew what it was, but they're still solid.
It was really solid, and it's gone to zero.
I know. So sad.
Maybe now that we have seen a price appreciation, maybe it's time to degen a little bit into some new stuff and surf some of the waves. What are you looking at? What's this?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
It's like some sort of a chemistry thing.
I don't know. MXE.
Looks like a formula for something. Is it math? Jesus.
What?
Okay.
Okay, this guy didn't even bother. See how much work he put into this? He didn't bother creating a Twitter account.
Solid
Didn't
name, by the
bother
way.
creating a
It's
Telegram account.
someone I would trust.
Website. Nothing.
definitely someone I would trust for financial advice.
Yeah, exactly.
How about no?
Okay, pass on the mat, which is probably a good thing. Ooh,
Oh, this thing.
This one
rubs
is
a little
like-
bit.
Emotional, damn it.
Exactly.
damn, that could be a good entry point. Damn.
How about no?
Yeah, pass on that one.
Okay, let's see here. What the hell is
This doesn't. The chart looks is going to zero.
father? What? Father?
Your father. Oh boy.
Your father. Are you your father? You are your father.
Your father.
What?
I don't know. But hey, this could be the bottom.
Exactly. It's got a website.
Yeah,
got-
solid. Got 31 followers.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Number one dad.
Solid. That's are the only who to leave you out. Oh, that's supposed to be a meaningful thing.
You see.
Okay. Run the meme, run the street, rule the streets. Man, this is serious.
Mm-hmm.
The only meme, the comments.
Okay.
I mean, the chat looks terrible. Looks like a head and
Exactly.
shoulder-ish, right?
1.4 million. All right, let's buy a little tiny a slice, a little slice.
Okay, I feel it.
Yes.
Maybe they're doing something good here.
Maybe it's something good for their wallet.
Hey, here goes the donation to you guys. That's a good one. Oh, look how many alerts. This is great.
Yeah, exactly. And like alerts everywhere, slippage, everything.
The warnings. That's what we want to see. Okay. It's done. I like it. This is not going to rug.
Clearly.
They even have a website, man. Come on.
Exactly.
I mean, who would rug? Build a website and rug?
No.
I mean, it can't be worse than a plastic chair after all. So I'm so disappointed with the chair.
Yeah. Okay.
So disappointed.
I was not disappointed.
I should have seen that coming.
Rugged properly.
How why
High quality
everyone's-
ruggage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone is bullish on plastic chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So disappointed. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, you are the father. He's going to retire the bloodline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could be a candidate.
Exactly. Let's see here. Wow, we don't even put much.
Are you putting protection?
Yeah, I'm putting a little bit of
Okay,
protection.
that's
There we go.
nice.
Wow, doesn't have to rise very much for us to get paid. Did GigaChat pay us out? No, it didn't. No, we just.
I think it's close, no?
No, it's just a no. It didn't pay us out. It was just we're just adding. So let's see if anything paid us. No, Cupcat. That's it.
Okay.
Let's see if GigaChat pays us. Okay.
Eventually. Is there a one in the list called? Can
Look,
you
it's rising.
see?
It can go higher.
It could go higher.
It could go higher. Can you go back to the list, please? Because I've seen one we definitely have to click
Okay,
on.
hang on. Just close all this.
I don't know if I've seen it correctly because it was a bit far.
Hang on. Let me
This.
just put it- What?
This one.
Nudes.
Send nudes. That's it. We have it.
Okay. I'm just gonna go blind faith on this one.
This
Even
is
though we're buying the top,
This is gonna go. That's it.
we're
That's
buying the
the,
top. We're just gonna go blind on this one.
that's the one that we were looking. No protection on the
zero,
nudes.
zero.
This is gonna retire the bloodline.
We're gonna go heavy too. 0.25.
I love it.
Heavy.
Send nudes is gonna do it. That's it. It's the one I've been waiting for. That's it. It's gonna. it's gonna hurt tomorrow. But this is the one, man. This is the one.
Okay, we'll see. Just like this one was the one, right?
Yeah, that one was unexpected.
That was the one too, right?
Yeah, but come on, send nudes.
Okay, come
Perfect.
on, man.
It has everything we need.
Come on, man. Townhouse.
Townhouse.
Look,
Wow.
the house did so well that they decided to do townhouse.
We're getting all the houses here.
Wow.
Townhouse. This.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not following the you know.
I was like, no
trend.
words here. I know.
No words.
It's
Wow. That's not even a townhouse.
no.
I know.
It doesn't even
Looked like a townhouse.
No.
Looks like a single family home to me.
make sense.
No.
This
So because of that,
this
we're
is
not
exactly
buying.
why. Exactly. I was about to say.
This is why we're not going to buy. Not because it's a meme coin. Not because, it's just following the house meme. Just because, they just didn't.
It doesn't match the description.
Exactly.
So if it doesn't match the description, for example, send nudes is easy. It's a message. Done. We get it.
Damn.
What's peaky? Oh man, why everything is nasty, naughty?
What the hell?
Oh boy. Oh no. This is hell no.
I know. That's hell's no.
How about new?
Yeah.
No. No. No, man.
Just no.
No.
Just no. Just no.
No. No.
Just no.
Just no.
That's it. No.
Not going there. Not going there, man.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, no.
No.
You ruined it.
No. Oh my god.
I know, man. I know. See people laughing in the chat. I know. It's no.
That's a big no. Oh wait a minute. Something just dropped.
Noodle.
What?
What's the? Okay. This looks interesting.
What?
Noodles. What?
What?
This.
What?
What? Okay, so let's try to. Let's try to understand.
Trying to decode this.
This is the winner right here. This is everything we always wanted. I don't.
So we have somebody doing some magic trick, and he's got a noodle coming out of his pants. He's like, "Oh my god, macaroni and cheese!"
Bruh.
We need to get this.
Stupid.
we need noodles.
No. Why would we do this?
We need noodles
Why?
because he's gonna retire the bloodline.
Why?
Schedule. This is amazing. This is. That's it, man. This is the one. Next top 1 million. That yes, I agree. Schedule. It's like supposed to be a magic trick.
I'm speechless. I'm like, no. I'm suffering from.
Emotional, damn it.
This is gonna work. Look, it's pumping already. The noodle. We need to get it. Like that's it. That's the one.
Oh boy. Well, I have no faith.
This
None.
is
None.
this we will
None.
regret this heavily.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. So.
Plus, it's just launched, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
So we're gonna have to go
it's
on
early.
a train.
It's early. Let's get a whole 0.1 on this one, right?
We're gonna have to jump on the noodle train. I mean, everybody loves noodles.
Oops, it didn't quite get the copy the.
This is the
Why is
best
it
thing
not
I've seen in a
working?
while. By Peaky, no, Peaky, no, Peaky, no, no, we can't do Peaky.
I don't know why this is not working now. The copy doesn't seem to want to work. Oh well, I think because it's something's telling us. God is saying, please don't.
The universe is saying, just don't do it.
Just don't. Just don't. See?
Yeah.
Continue to Twitter. Just see, the copy is not working. I don't know. Maybe it's just. Let's just try. Like refreshing us. Wow.
They are making it extra harder because the rewards are going to be so epic. Mm-hmm. That it's an extra step.
Extra step, yes. Wow.
There you go. See? What does it say? Schedule?
Wow. I can't believe we're doing this.
This is going to be the best thing we've done since the show started.
Highly doubt that.
How about no?
I don't even think we should bother to put a freaking protection on this one.
Oh, no, we're going to ride it. I agree. This has to be written. Like full.
Yeah, to 0. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
man. I think we're done. Maybe we should pack it in here.
yeah, I think the damage has been done.
Tits up?
How many of these they've done, man?
Tits up.
I mean, the chat looks actually all right.
Yeah,
do you think?
let's hope we don't get tits up on that one. But let's get some.
I mean, we might as well. I mean, with that, I think after Noodle, we can buy everything. but no Peak. Peak, no. I'm not buying Peak.
No, exactly. That was just a no. That was a definite no.
Definition of no, right? Buy of the year, yes.
Oh, look at that. Failed.
It was going to be epic, yes. It's buy of the year, man. Noodle. It's going to billions.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, this is not going to go through.
That's it.
All right, so since, Tits Up is saying no, let's just try. Let's try on
Amazing.
right here so we can save some money. Maybe, I don't know.
And by the way, guys, I mean, I'm stating the obvious. Please don't buy Noodle. Don't buy Peaky. Don't buy anything.
Yeah.
Just buy Bitcoin, right? That's
Exactly.
no financial advice, but
Oh my God.
oh boy.
Yeah, because can you secure the bloodline with the Tits Up?
What? Yes. I would argue yes. Can secure a lot of stuff with it. It's up. So, are you good with protection on this one? Okay, that's
No. I'm just trying to buy it. It's having look at this.
Oh, it doesn't let you-
9% movement, man. Jesus.
okay.
Look,
That's
it has 3 warnings.
that's great. Actually.
How about we say we cut it off, man? If it gives us 3 warnings, we should probably say
That's a solid buy. Right? I mean, it's not one warning; it's 3. That is how it works.
we should probably walk away. Right? Probably walk away. Right?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk away on this one because you know what? I think it's gonna go tits up.
Yeah, it's up. I mean, we already got noodles, so
Exactly.
I think for today the damage
I know.
has been done.
I know.
Exactly. Warning's a good sign. It's not one; it's 3 of them. Like, amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
This could be risky.
You think?
Somebody's telling me this could be risky. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That was fun.
Yeah,
Man, that's
as always.
whenever we do these meme coins, I mean, you know what? We're sharing this because that's what we would do Remember, we did this in Moscow nonstop.
I know. Nobody would believe us if we wouldn't record this.
Exactly.
It's like, what? I mean, we almost lost our flight in Moscow because of Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
So yeah, just saying.
Oh damn! How's Peppa Pig? Anyways, let's
have a look.
Let's take a quick
it's not
look.
dead yet, right?
No.
It was kind of showing sign of life.
Look at that. It's up 2%.
And just like this.
In 24 hours. Oh.
Ooh, look at that. I don't even know if I have some, by the way. I think I
You
should
probably have a little bit of that somewhere.
Yeah, I think so as well in the wallet, right in the fun wallet.
Look at the volume. It's heavy. $50.
Wow. Wow.
In 24 hours, $50.
Not bad.
People are going crazy.
Hey,
People
guys,
are going
easy.
buck wild.
Easy
Easy.
on the buy.
Easy.
Easy on the buy. Put down the wallet for a minute. Oof. Okay, so is Ethereum dead? Yobi is asking.
No.
No, but it's on the way to the
I don't
cemetery.
think it's on its way to the cemetery. I think,
I wouldn't say it's dead.
yeah. It's
but
just, it's
It's
got some
underperforming.
It's not performing as well as it should.
Exactly.
So maybe they can kick it. They can put the what's it called the defibrillator on Ethereum, and then we can see it rise. So yeah, we can. Ethereum's got a good chance.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that one. So are we pulling back or straight to 100K? That's a good question. We discussed about it. There is a possibility we go on to close the 92 CME gap.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. Right now, we have to wait to see what the chart says. Technically, we should pull back and come give us a little bit of chance to our final chance to basically get in on Bitcoin, but it doesn't have to, right? If you're looking at the global liquidity, match it up with the liquidity, there was no pullback, right, for the liquidity. So
Yeah, it's just going straight to the moon.
So a pullback of 10K, yeah, it's possible. It's doable. Bitcoin loves to do that, right? It could be a sharp pullback at this point, right down to the 92, a sharp one, and then back up again. But I wouldn't bet on it at this point. I think you should, dollar cost average, right? If you're trying to trade this, you're gonna have to trade this on the lower time frames and wait for an entry, a clear entry for you to decide whether you're gonna go down short or you're gonna go long. With Bitcoin, I think you should stick with the long, of course, because the trend's your friend till the end, and that's that. All right, next question.
Exactly. How do you see Dogecoin? That's a good one. Doge is going to go, I think it's going to go higher from here. What are we at, 20 cents? I have no clue.
Doge should get up to the dollar level sometime. I don't know, maybe not in this cycle, but eventually.
Are we at 20 cents now? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can check on, what's it called? CoinGecko. Doge, 18 cents. Okay. So yeah, we might have a move towards the $1. Maybe not in this.
Anyways, I have to get going, guys. It's getting late, so I have a million meetings to go to and stuff like that. I'm meeting Chris actually later.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's say hello.
He wants to do the Dubanya or something like that, or some.
I have no idea what that is.
It's some sort of like Russian bathhouse.
Oh, that's cool.
So we'll do a video from there.
Nice.
Right. Like we did back in the days.
Nice.
In the sauna.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, guys. Nice
See you
talking to
tomorrow.
you. See you tomorrow.
Ciao, ciao.